All right. On the first lesson of self-belief, we talked about the art of controlling your mind, being able to understand and to know how to control your mind, how to remove the negativity and be able to live with the positivity. So now, as we continue with this series of self-belief and being able to bring your dreams to life, there's something that I want to teach that is very relevant, that you need in your journey of pursuing your goals, because you don't just pursue your goals with insufficient wisdom or knowledge towards what you want to become or what you want to be. So now we want to talk about how you're gonna bring those positive mind that you have built into action. How are you gonna take them from the mind and bring them into the world, into the real world? How are you gonna manifest those things that you were focusing on in the mind? When you were able now to reach that level of removing the negative side of yourself and being able to live with the positive side of yourself. Now we wanna know, how are we gonna build ourselves to the extent of becoming who we believe we can be, to the extent of becoming who we see ourselves being. So we want to take that mindset into action. We want to bring it into the real world. In the project management, we have what we call the system development life cycle. On the system development life cycle, we have stages. We have 5 stages that we focus on. The first stage, we call it the planning phase. The planning phase, it is where you now live with the positive mind. You know that you have eliminated the negative side of you, and you have taken the energy of the negative side into power that will be able to create the positivity that you need. So now, after being able to remove the negative side and live with the positive side, this is where you have to bring things into existence in your mind. This is where you bring ideas into your mind. This is where ideas are being generated in your mind. This is where ideas are being transformed, and this is where you envision yourself. You know, there are some moments where you start to see yourself being that person, you know, walking into this office or being that kind of a person. We know we have been through that. We know we have been through those stages. We know all of us, we have some times where we see ourselves being at a certain level. Some of us owning these kind of plans and stuff like that. There are phases of the mind, you know, the planning phase. The mind now is telling you of what you are capable of becoming. The mind is telling you who you are, who you truly are. If you focus on yourself and if you focus on building yourself, who you can be and what you can accomplish or achieve. The planning phase now, if you do not take a serious action, this is where it fails. So after you have that mind in you, you have what you call the analysis phase. This is all the stages that we have in the project management, but they apply also in life. It refers to life matters. The analysis phase, now you analyze the good and the bad. You analyze the risk. You analyze the resources that you need to bring your dream into action. What resources do I need? This is you now in the mind. You are planning, you are designing who you want to be. You are designing what your dream needs to achieve what you want to achieve. You are designing everything in your mind. After designing that, on the analysis phase, where you have analyzed things, we have what we call the design phase. The design phase now, it is where now you bring those ideas from your head and now put them on the paper. This is where you write your ideas down. Your idea, if it stays in there, it can be corrupted. There are many things that fights you. There are many things that don't want to see you succeed. So you must take note of that. Every idea that has ever come into your mind, now you need to bring it on a paper. Write it down. Every single thing, no matter how small it might be, no matter how big it might be. It might seem unbelievable. It might seem as though it's too great to just think of yourself being able to reach that certain level. You might be like, where do I get the resources? How can I find the resources to be what I want to be? How can I gather the resources? This is where the design phase enters, where you enter things on a paper. Well, after you enter things on a paper, you need now to, on the design phase, this is where you You also picture things. You picture things. You find the pictures that relate to your vision. You find pictures. You put them down. Where you have written, put a picture. Write it down. After you write those pictures down, or after you stick those pictures on a paper, you now see, whenever you open that book, whenever you are reading that idea that you have written down, you see yourself. You have been seeing yourself being this and that. You have written down the things that you want to be, and you have put some pictures that resemble where you want to go and where you want to be and how you want to do it. After doing all that, you need to revisit those things that you have written down over and over and over, because you must be obsessed more than anyone else in the world. You must be convinced that your dream can be established. You must be convinced that your dream can come to life. You must be convinced more than anyone else, because people cannot just pour out money out of their pockets to support what you do not believe in, what you do not have confidence in. You must have enough confidence in what you want to do so that it can be supported, it can be financed. So what you need now, after designing, it is that real focus, that study, keeping on studying. What the design phase is the most important phase, where you have to bring every information, where you have to write down every resource that you need, everything that you need, that it's gonna be helpful for you to be a success in life. You have to write them down, bring them down, write them on a paper, find ways, how am I gonna acquire this, write them. If I don't have the finances, how can I convince this and that to give me this amount of finance that I need? All those things, there's nothing that is impossible. The Bible says with God, all things are possible. So as a child of God, or as a believer, you must know that there is nothing that is impossible in your world. You can be able to do anything that you want to do. You can do it. Once you believe in yourself, the things that don't work, it's because you have not believed in yourself enough to bring them to life. You have not believed in yourself enough to bring those dreams into a reality. You don't just bring things in the world if you do not focus on them more than anything else. Be obsessed with studying them, knowing how they operate, knowing how you're gonna take your next step. Know your thing more than anyone else. Be the expert at what you believe you can be. Be the expert of everything that you wanna do. Even without resources, you can be the expert. Don't be convinced by people that it cannot work. Convince them that it can work. Work hard on yourself so that when people see you, they'll believe that this dream is gonna come to life. And now we have what we call the implementation phase, where now you have to implement those dreams, where you have discovered, you have written down things. Now you are sourcing, how am I gonna bring this dream into life? You find ways now. Which ways do I need? This is where you take action. After taking action, there's an evaluation phase. Evaluation phase is where you now know that this dream is at this stage, and I have these studies, I've studied this, I have the pre-feasibility, I have this and that. You understand that you have everything that's needed for the business to be started. You have everything that's needed for the dream to be started. You have everything that's needed for your goal to be reached. Now what you need to find resources is to know the ways of how to be able to reach the pockets of those that have what you do not have. How to reach the mind, how to convince the people that these people are able to help me. You are a success. Don't doubt yourself. Don't look down upon yourself, because the slight moment that you look down upon yourself, that's where you miss everything that you want to be. That's where you will miss the rest of the things. That's where you will become more a loser more than you were supposed to become a success. So focus more on building yourself more than you focus on anything else. Focus more on your dream more than you focus on anything else. It can come to life. It can work. What you believe in can work. Pray hard, pray more, and focus more. Focus more. Don't let anyone convince that it doesn't work. It can work. It can work. It can come to pass. You can do it. You can do it even better than anyone else. You can do it more great than anybody else. Work hard on yourself. Your goal is just a moment away from you. If you know, if you follow these ways and you know that you have these ways, you have the planning phase, the analysis phase, the design phase, the implementation phase, the evaluation phase, and you focus on them, you study, you find information, you research everything that you need to know about what you believe in, you search it up, you find ways, how do I acquire this and that, you put resources together, it will work. Some people say, how do I put resources together? We're going to talk more about how you're going to put resources together another day. But what I want you to know is that the things that are in there can be destroyed if you keep them in there. The mind, there are many things that speaks in the mind. We've talked about it. There are many voices that speaks in the mind. So what you need to do is to take that idea that you have in there and put them down on a paper. Write the idea on a paper so that you will remember it. The mind can forget because there are many thoughts that comes in there. So you need to write the idea down, you need to bring it down, you need to write it on a paper so that whenever you open a book, you will know this is the idea that I have written. This is what I want to do. There is no dream that is bigger. There is no, every dream can be achievable. It's about self-belief, not self-doubt. Don't doubt yourself. Don't look down upon yourself because you are capable of becoming more than what you think you are. You are great. You are a great person. So continue being great. Continue elevating yourself. There is no one that is going to come out there to convince you that your dream is going to work. Everyone is going to tell you, how are you going to do this? You don't even have the finances. You don't even have the resources. How are you going to become the success that you think you are? Everybody is going to come to you and tell you that. Not everyone supports you. But I want you to know, as long as you have the information, as long as you have gathered more wisdom about what you believe in, the right people will be convinced that this is the real deal, and they will finance what you need to do. They will put in ideas and resources of what you need to be doing. So what you need to know and how you need to put yourself together. What I want to tell you is that as long as you don't have what you want to be, or you don't have the resources that supports you, or the things that builds you to become what you want to be, gather information. There is the information that is lacking in you. Gather more information. Study hard, study more. Don't stop studying. Studying must not end only in schools, but study must continue until the day you die. Study more, study more, study more, study more. Be convinced enough with the information that you gather. And once you have the information, there is no rich person or great person that can ignore an idea that is backed by enough information. Enough information is going to take you where you want to be. So just know what you need is not the resources, but it is the wisdom, it is the knowledge. Acquire knowledge. Above all things, acquire knowledge. Understanding is what puts you on the map. Once you understand something, you can be irreplaceable. It will be difficult to replace you. Gather more information. Bring yourself together. Cheer up. Don't doubt yourself. Don't bring yourself down. Don't look down upon yourself. Always focus. Always build on yourself. Always look to the word and support yourself with the word of God, because it's going to build you to be greater. It's going to build you to be multiplying and to be a bigger person. Don't look down upon yourself. You are a great person. Stay blessed.